Hey y'all, I am Doneisha Wells, and this is my brand new talk show called Triple Threat. Triple Threat is about the hindrances that I have faced being young, female, and black. Therefore, I have been deemed to be this triple threat to today's society. And I want to have other guests come on here and talk about just things that they have went through and why they feel they went through those things. So I feel like a lot of my hindrances were because I was either young, I was black, or I was a female. So today we have a very special guest, my best friend. Her name is Shaniyah Wiggins, and she is a licensed esthetician and entrepreneur. Hi, Shaniyah.
Hello. Thank you for having me, Bestie. It's an honor to be your very first guest.
We have talked about we've talked about this for a long time, and as I am growing in my womanhood and entrepreneurship journey, however you would like to put that, I want to venture out and do different things. So, we got the dance brand that's done, but I want to just come on here and do something where I can be myself. And I was like, who better to pop it off with? Come on. Yeah, so we've been through a lot. You have seen me at the bottom, like the bottom before the bottom. The women we are
me down there
today.
too.
Yeah. Ooh, y'all. You didn't even like me.
Oh my God.
But that's
Just from
another
the beginning. Yes.
But we have come such a long way, and you are the oldest friend that I have. We've been friends for like what, going on 9 years now?
Yeah, since
We getting up
like
there,
the
friend.
8th grade.
Yeah, since the 8th grade.
Oh my.
Yeah.
We
We getting old, friend. But you have seen
still the youngest to
me.
ever do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
What did you say? The youngest boss in charge.
Yes.
Yeah. We have come such a long way, and we watched each other grow in just personal development, professional development. We have just watched each other become real women, but I can honestly say you are the one that kept me sane and make me feel like, when these other people just fell off, that I wasn't crazy. I'm like, no, my bestie, she would be honest with me.
Oh yeah. You
So
definitely keep me grounded as well though. Like I know we might not talk every day. We're not those everyday friends, but we can go we went like what years
yeah.
without even talking to each other, but that's still my best friend. When I see her, when we linked up, what we started linking back up like after high school, because high school was crazy for both of us.
Because I had moved. Yeah, I was on that
Yes.
side of town. Then I moved across from town. It's like I couldn't, I didn't have a car at the
Yes.
time. I couldn't choose where I was going.
Right. And I just think that every time that we linked up, like it was never like, awkward. Like it always just went back to where we left off at. And that's
Exactly.
why you're my best friend, because I don't think I've done that with anyone else. Like
Yeah.
I don't have that bond with anyone else. And it's just been solid since it's been solid.
Right, and it's like if you
So,
know, you know. We don't have to explain. We don't have to. Oh, where you been? You been fake.
right.
It's like no,
We
life
don't,
be lifing,
yes.
and it's like when you're ready, I'm here for you. Now, yeah, that's why you're my best friend. That's why I've always had just top notch respect. I'm like somebody who gets me. It's hard to find people who get you. So I'm very
Yes.
thankful to have you as the best friend. Very thankful to have you as a guest on the show. And I love you, girl.
I love you more, bestie.
So enough of our Google Gaga. Enough of our baby talk. Let's get into it. Tell us a little about you and your business and brand, and just how you started, how you got there.
Okay, so my name is Shaniyah. I am a holistic esthetician here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I help people improve and maintain their skin conditions using natural ingredients. And I got here from my own skin. My skin literally became one of my biggest assets, and my skin was breaking out really bad. I was going through different dermatologists, and then I had also signed up for this aesthetic technology program that I knew nothing about. Whole time it was to study skincare, but I didn't start it until the fall. So I'm going through all these trials with my skin, and then I started school, and I started learning about skin, and I just felt a passion from there. Like it kind of like landed in my lap almost. And I started my brand from learning about different not ingredients, but we learned about different ingredients in school, but we also learned about different skincare lines. And I was just finding that none of them were for my skin. And so that pushed me to kind of change that narrative with natural skincare, finding natural solutions for acne and hyperpigmentation, which both I struggle with. And I formulated my whole brand around that. And so after school, I just kind of just took off. I started off with my sugar scrubs. You know, I was making sugar scrubs way back when.
That coffee scrub, I keep asking her to bring it back.
I'm going to bring it back. I'm actually rebranding right now because of a whole nother thing that happened with my brand. But yes. And so yeah, I just started from there. I brought my scrub back, I reformulated it, and then I just started pushing it right after school. That next winter, I got my license, so I became a licensed esthetician, and then I started learning how to treat the skin, and here I am, 2 years strong.
2 years strong. Congratulations.
Yes.
So how many clients do you think you have serviced since the very beginning?
Oh my goodness. So my assistant just she was just texting me like, "Oh my goodness, I have serviced over 150 clients.
Wow.
I've done over 111 consultations so far, and yeah, I'm just amazed. Like I have only been taking clients for about a year now. I started the summer of 2021 and up until now, and I just moved into a new place, so it's gonna I know that's gonna grow even bigger. So
I'm so proud of you. You are so inspiring.
I'm just out here trying to save Nashville skin.
Okay. Come on. And that's not even just like, one-time clients. Those are people who book, what do they call, like the treatments where they have to, consistently come back.
Treatment plans only over here.
Yeah,
so you have to lock in 6 treatments at a time with me.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Come on. That's my bestie. That's my bestie. Congratulations on all of your success. So you just said you just got a new place. You just got your suite. You're about to have your grand opening. I want you to think about everything, that has led up to this moment. What do you think your biggest objective was? Like, what was your biggest hindrance or hiccup that you feel you had to face on this entire journey?
On this journey, I would say the lack of knowledge, honestly. Like, since I've become an entrepreneur. No, not with skincare. I got that on
I was going to say, baby, you be educating me.
It's just the lack of knowledge on how to, like, the background of business. Like, it's not just,
like the administration, the logistics.
Yes.
The scalability.
All of those things
That's me right there.
Yes, that's what my biggest hindrance was. And I've went through several entrepreneur programs. I've graduated from Corner to Corner. We graduated from the Nashville Incubation Center. But I think it even goes deeper than that. Like,
yeah, because there is really no set way to do it.
It's not. And I'm learning that like all of my ideas, if I structure them properly, they will help me scale my brand in some way. But you have to just going back and doing that background work and like planning. I don't think I didn't master that in the beginning, but now that I'm seeing the results from that. So that was one of the things that I will say that hindered me in my business was the lack of planning and then the lack of knowledge on how to scale. But you just really have to like invest in yourself. Like if somebody told me to give me a business coach when I first started out, I probably would be way further than where I am. But
you're exactly where you need to be right now. I
am. And you know what? I'm so thankful for the universe for like not giving me, a bigger platform just yet, because I wouldn't know what to do with it. Yeah. It wasn't my time, and I think I would have like fumbled the bag had I blew up then off of my skincare products, because at first my products were just them, and then it was me doing in-person services. But had I got that exposure that I wanted at the time from the products, I would have definitely fumbled the bag because I wasn't ready, and I'm still not ready. I think I'm still preparing for that. But now that I have someone that I can lean on in like the support, I have a team. I'm building a team, and I think that's what's going to get me to the next level. So it's right on point. It's like right on time for everything that I'm where I'm trying to go. But
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't get that early. I'm
Yeah.
so glad.
So you said that you feel your biggest hindrance is the lack of knowledge. For me, I'm hearing that it's more so mindset as well. Like you
Oh
had
yeah.
to shift. You have to be able, like you said, like not only get this, but more so maintain it. Like I
Oh yeah.
wouldn't have been able to upkeep or hold, that audience or that
Yes.
platform. So why do you think that happened? Like why do you think you didn't have the knowledge or resources or mindset? We want to get into why you feel you had to go through that or why, you feel that
Because I
happened.
wasn't exposed to it. I'm
Mm,
like the first entrepreneur that I know of in my family.
okay.
Nobody,
Okay.
nobody is doing, I don't have anybody to look to or anybody that's close to me to show me everything that I'm doing. So I'm out here on
Mm-hmm.
my own. We figuring this out.
Yeah,
Like
you're
we
like you're
both come.
creating the blueprint.
Yeah, I'm literally creating the blueprint. I'm breaking all of these generational curses because um, it's simple in our families. They either getting the government assistance or they're going to work a job, and I didn't see that for myself. And
Mm-hmm.
so now that I'm like I'm doing something totally different, I think that my family sometimes look at me like I'm crazy, like you ain't working a real job, you out here playing on people's faces, and I'm like I'm actually, I'm building a career. Like this is a career, but y'all are
Mm-hmm.
not, you have to get out their mindset too, because sometimes when you try to, make them understand, you won't
Mm-hmm.
be able to make them understand what you're,
Right.
what
Because
I'm
they
going
can
through.
only see from their lens and people can only think
Yes,
from, their prerogative or their
yes,
perspective or projections. Like,
yes.
you can't. Terrence says it's in you, it ain't on you. It's in you, it
Exactly.
ain't
It's
on
in me. It's not on me.
you.
And I definitely, yeah, so just having to go around that and like that even, shortens my support there because I don't have
Mm-hmm.
anybody that I can lean to. Like I just got you. You're the only person that I know that I've grew with, that has, that you
Mm-hmm.
understand everything that I'm going through when it comes to
Yeah,
being an entrepreneur.
definitely.
So, not having that exposure to that,
Mm-hmm.
like even I remember even being in high school, all they pushed was college, go to college, and it was just more college. I don't remember them saying like you can go and
They
get
didn't
a
teach us about
trade.
those. Yeah, they didn't teach us
You
about
know what I'm saying?
trades.
They didn't tell us nothing
We would
about
have been on this
trades.
in middle school. Okay.
You know how long we playing friend,
Yeah.
like for real.
Yeah.
And had I been exposed to like, hey, you don't have to go out and get these student loans in high school. And that's
Yeah.
what thing that got me. It never said right with me. Like, you
Yeah.
want me to go to school and then when I graduate, I'm basically graduating to pay you back. Like I seen right through that when they first told us about it, and like they would be so upset because I'm not doing none of the college prep and all that stuff. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Like
Right. That
I
doesn't
know
make
I'm not doing
sense.
it. And so not being exposed, then was like I always knew that I seen something different. I knew that I wasn't going to college.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't, I can't grasp my mind over having to pay, owe somebody. Like
Well, I
I just
wouldn't
can't
say
do that.
college because you still went to college. We
Well,
knew we
yeah.
weren't going to do the traditional route.
Yes, the
It's like,
traditional route
you
for
giving
sure.
us three options. It has to be,
It
it's something
has to
else
be
out there.
something more.
This is crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's dig into that support. You said that it limits your support because you don't have, no one else in your family has done something like this. I want to touch on that topic because like you said, I can totally relate and I agree. Um and I think that again it's a shift in mindset.
Oh my
Mindset is
God,
the
yes.
biggest thing because we have to not only as entrepreneurs, but as regular human beings, we have to understand that everybody is on their own journey, including us.
Oh yeah.
And I used to feel so upset and betrayed when I did not feel supported. And it's not that they didn't want to support me;
They don't know
they didn't
how.
have they didn't know how. They didn't have the capacity to fathom what I was doing because they have been, been raised different ways and they were taught these traditional things and nobody was really pushing against the grain or questioning like, okay, what else is there? It was just like, okay, these are the options. Cool. So
Right.
have you ever experienced that where you felt like, y'all aren't supporting me?
Oh yeah, I still like. I don't feel that way now. I've grown out of that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning, I did feel like y'all, y'all just don't care about nothing that I'm doing because I'm not doing the traditional route, and so It had me hurt. I was hurt from
You
my
feel like
family.
that was a hindrance as well?
Oh
like,
yeah, because I had to get out of my feelings. Like I
yeah.
really had to get out of my feelings. Like my family, y'all really don't. That, and it wasn't that they didn't want to. Like you said, they didn't know how to, and they still don't know how to. But they're learning now because I had to shift my mindset, and so it's kind of making them think.
Steady and be like, this is what it is, whether you on board or not.
This is what it is and what it's gonna be.
Yeah. And that the law of attraction, I feel like when you do that, others are like, okay, like we don't have a choice at this point. Yeah,
exactly. And so, just show, and then also teaching them how to, like, once you, get on this road, you have to, with the people who are not moving how you're moving, it's great to
you have to be the exposer now.
Yeah,
you got to expose the people to what you feel they should have exposed you. So you have to not only learn this and grasp it yourself, but you have to be willing to not only teach it to them but break it down to where they can understand. And that's a lot.
It is. But I think I'm getting better at, like, teaching people how to support me. Like, even with my customers, like, you can support me by liking and sharing this post or sending it to somebody who it might help. So it's the same thing when you're teaching, like, your village of how to support you. So,
and you are so good at that, friend. Y'all, something that I work on to this day is showing my support and gratitude for others, because I, as an entrepreneur and just this overly ambitious person, I can get so tunnel vision and focused on, my journey and my craft and my expertise and what I'm doing and what I have going, that I forget to take a step back and be like, oh yeah, thank you. Like, I appreciate you. How can I show my gratitude for you? And you are somebody who just, like, really taught me that and showed me that just from watching you. I used to always say, I'm hiring my best friend to do my marketing, or, to whatever. If that's a job title, I want you to do it. Because she would just always, I would randomly get on Instagram. She don't like all my pictures or comment on every single post or sliding up on the story. And I'm like, we sitting next to each other. But as a small business owner, that means the world, because it's like you see the effort that I'm putting in. And for me, I want to be rewarded for my effort. I'm like, I care for the accolades, but I want you to know the work that went in behind this, and that is what I want to be rewarded for. So just sending little things like, oh, keep doing good, keep going, you got it going on, this is popping, congratulations, sharing it with other people, reposting it, no questions asked, not asking for anything in return, that meant the world to me. So it's like, when I have something going on, you're VIP. Like, let her in immediately. So I really appreciate you, because that is something that I had to learn. It made me realize, like, I'm not doing enough. Let me get to liking some pictures. Let me get to reposting and, but I'm all for showing up. But I think we can get so tunnel vision. For me, it has to be in my face. Like, I have to see it. Yeah. Because I have so much other stuff going on. So that's something I think that is like a great skill that you have, and I love that you put that out. And I think because you put that out, you get so much of it back in return.
Oh yeah, you definitely get what you put out. Oh my goodness.
It's like you taught it indirectly.
I love that. Yeah. I love that I could help
you with that. So thank you for that. Okay, so we talked a little bit about some hindrances, why you felt you went through them. A bit of mind shift. Tell us what's next for you and your brand. Where do you see, like, we know you got it going on right now.
I'm trying, girl. I'm trying.
Where you see it going? What's next?
I definitely, I'm thinking big. I ain't gonna lie.
Big.
I'm thinking big. But I'm actually rebranding, because when I first,
I would say, let's get into it.
Man, you want to get into it?
Can we get into it? Do we have time to get into it? Get into it.
So, when I first, and look, we sat down. I remember when we first, like, was taking off with our businesses and, like, getting them, like, good on paper. We was at the farmer's market.
Yeah,
and so, you were talking about, like, you was going through the trademark process, and I thought I had time. I thought I could wait, and I was like, I'm gonna wait down the line and do mine.
You the person that told me. I think you told me about my attorney, and you was like, bestie, this, that, and that, third.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did our LLC.
You know what you told me? And this is
do
something
it while
like,
you got it.
Do you hear? I tell people that all
and
the
I
time.
didn't do it. And I didn't do it.
That's okay.
But that taught me, though. That lesson right there is what gave me that saying, literally. Because I had it, and I was trying to hold on to it. And I should have just went ahead and did it while I had it. Because had I did, I wouldn't be in the situation that I am now. But I will say that really shifted my mindset again.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when I had Icon Beauty RX, I was thinking small. You know, I was thinking small.
Yeah.
But
because we never bet on ourselves to win.
yes.
And that's the
so
problem.
Elise was like, no, I need you to sit down and think about everything you want to offer under your brand, right?
Yeah.
And that name itself would have just hindered me from everything that I want to do down the line.
That's
like, I'm trying to be
true.
like Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, they do so many
Everything.
different things
Yeah.
under that one umbrella, right? And so that's what shifted me to like, okay, let me sit down and brainstorm everything that I want to do like down the line, because I'm paying for this trademark. I need it to work a million different ways, right?
Yeah.
And
get your money's worth.
yeah, and so I went up to trademark Icon Beauty RX, came back that somebody had trademarked it like that January. So I'm like, you just never know who's watching.
You never know.
You never know.
Ooh, friend, I got a great example of that. So,
Right.
you know, I've been on and off for my business.
Mm-hmm.
But what really pushed me one day was, I never forget, I was finna have a class, and I did not want to have the class because the person who I was collaborating with did not show up. But you know me, I'm going to see it through. Whether you show up or not, this is happening. Especially if we've already sold tickets. It doesn't matter if me and her are the only ones who've been there, and that has happened before as well. This is going to happen. So I was feeling very discouraged. I wasn't dressed the way I wanted to be dressed. It wasn't executed to my liking. And, you know, the people had a great time, but I'm like, I know I could have. I was just kind of hard on myself. Like, you know, you could have did better. You could have prepped better. You could have, you know, been better prepared, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like so unpleased. And this girl had came up to me, and she was so freaking ecstatic. And I was like, she was somebody new in my class. Yeah, I was like, who are you? Like, you know, I'm so thankful for you being here. But, you know, how did you find out where you're coming from? I've never seen you in one of my classes. And she was like, I traveled from Russia. And I was like,
yes, Russia. I was so freaking turned.
I was turned. I was like, Russia, like another country.
And that's when the price went up.
And did. She literally said it was my life's dream to come to your class. And I was just like, what? Wow. And that put everything in perspective. I mean, it made me more upset because I'm like, she should have got top-notch quality service. She should have got, you know, this, that, and the third. It made me appreciate, though, like, it made me really understand you never know who's watching. You never know who's rooting for you. She had never been in my likes before. She had never been in my comments. She had never been in my DMs. I had never seen her before. She just showed up, and I was like, to think I was about to cancel that class. That girl.
That would have gave her a bad impression. But she loved you right where you was at, even though you thought that you wasn't, you know, all the way there.
Enough. So that made me really appreciate and understand that, like, you never know who's watching. That's why you always keep going. Even if you have to slow down, you never stop. And you did that. You kept going, and you did that in some because you've pivoted. And I don't know about y'all ain't seen it. I done seen it. Ooh, baby. Yes. It's finna be lit.
That had me so down back in March, though. I was really sad, but it just, like I said, I just sat down, and then I started thinking about everything I wanted to offer, and then I came up with this bomb name.
You did,
and
you gonna let them hear it.
Yeah, so the new name that I came up with is actually Icoline, and it's the combination of the word icon. Y'all know Icon been my brand since high school.
Yeah, because you're an icon.
Because I've been their icon.
Been.
But no, Icon has been my brand, but that whole situation caused me to realign myself. And so I just put those words together, to be honest, and it came out so good, and it just looked so great. And then I teamed up with a graphic designer, and she made my new logo, and I was like, this slap. This is better than before. The price just went up.
Yeah. At this point, I just want to get service from you, just so I can, you know, have a branding on me. Give me a skincare kit, because like, you see this, it's giving luxury.
I can't wait till you see the new. But that made me sit down and like relaunch my skincare brand. I'm bringing all those products that you love back.
Wow.
And we got a new location,
Yeah.
so new pickup location.
Yeah.
Everything is just working, like it's really working out in my
Everything is,
favor.
yeah.
New website coming,
Mm-hmm.
everything is just new. I'm relaunching my spa parties, which was going to be in collab with Club of Queens for the women empowerment thing. So I
Mm-hmm. And still can. Mm-hmm.
can't wait to just bring all of that back and get back into, where I'm aligned at, and like
Yes.
I just keep on shifting. And so
Mm-hmm. I think
yeah,
that's something else that we learn as entrepreneurs.
you just
As
have to.
when it's in you and not on you, I have
Hello.
learned that you cannot run away from your passion. I have tried to, again, the business has been on and off. I've tried to like run away from it, get this job, get that job. I done left town. I done did this, that, and the third. And somehow
you end up back in dance. You end up
yeah,
back.
I'm like, okay,
Yes,
so you know
pushing
what?
the brand.
At this point, it must be me.
Yeah.
Let me go full force with this and see what happens. And since then, I done bossed up. I can't tell y'all because I don't want y'all in my business, but just know I done bossed up, and this is nothing compared to what I have coming. Like, I mean, I have a talk show now. That's crazy.
Yes, and you just really have to, like this whole journey really has taught me to appreciate what you already got.
Yeah, because all you have is all you need. Yeah.
Continue to do that. Oh my God, yes. Because we doing way better than we was last year. Like
we thought, hey, I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna
positions.
forever think that we are those girls because we are those women, those icons, all of that.
Yes.
But every year it's like we just go back and forth. Like you did this, you did this, you did this. We talked about this. We literally have journals of like everything we wanted to do, and looking back.
We done
Friend,
did it.
yeah, I don't think I got nothing left.
All we're doing right now, literally, because I remember us having this conversation where we were talking about like, we came up with all our list of things that we wanted to do. We done checked that list off, friend, and we just 22. I'm 22. You 22. You are 22 now. You
grown.
We just 22, and the only thing that we're doing right now is really perfecting that. That's it. We put everything that we wanted to do out. And now we're just going back to.
We get to mix it up because it's like we're already on our path. We know what we want to do. Now we can do that in 100 different ways.
Oh my God, yes.
And
if your business ain't making you money in 100 different ways, what you doing?
What you doing? Well, I am so thankful that we get to pick the lifestyles, create the lifestyles for ourselves that we wanted, coming from the slums, coming from nothing. Being creatives and figuring it out. And I am so thankful to have had you because, again, all you need is yourself, but like to have a supportive community of at least like one person who really gets it and understands. I'm just so thankful that you were there because, girl, you know, I'm just an emotional.
And I'm
you know how I get.
I'm gonna tell you, stand up.
Yeah, quick.
Stand up, friend. Hold on,
friend. Come on. And vice versa. So I'm just so thankful that we've been able to see so much success and stay such great best friends and still pull each other up. Like we yank each other up. Like, girl, I just got this opportunity. I'm in here. Like, girl, I just got this talk show. Come be my guest. My very first guest. Type stuff. And that's what we do on a regular because that's what we do. That's how you build community. Club of Queens. Check it out. And all of that. So thank you so much for being here. And I want to close out asking one last question. If you could change anything in your journey, would you? And if so, what would it be?
Honestly,
I'm lying. 2 questions. Okay, keep that. Answer that, and then I got another.
If I could change anything, I honestly wouldn't even want to change anything.
Nothing at all?
I wish I would have started sooner. I wish I would have literally started sooner. But I think that everything that I've went through on my journey really built my character and it molded me to be the person that I am. Like I wouldn't want to, even if I had started out with those resources that I was wishing that I had, I probably wouldn't even care to have them because I've learned so much and like learning from all of my experiences, you can't, like the knowledge that I've gained from that, you can't find that when somebody just hands you something. Yeah. So
the value for it isn't going to be there. So
and it makes me keep pushing. It makes me work harder because nobody's giving me anything. I'm going out and getting, what I want. And so that's what keeps my drive, that nobody's,
That's like a motivating factor for you.
Yes. So I wouldn't even want to change anything from my journey. I would like to change that trademarking process though. I'm not gonna lie. That had me down.
Yeah.
But other than that, like everything that I've learned this far and like all of my experiences on this business venture, or just being an entrepreneur just in general, I wouldn't want to change anything. I wouldn't.
So what is something that you would tell the next upcoming esthetician or entrepreneur who want to start her own skincare line, or somebody who just want to, they want to step into a different light. They don't want the traditional path, and there's some type of threat to society. What would you tell them?
Just get started. Get started. Like if you got somebody, because look, my bestie pushed me off the porch. Literally, first event, she was like, "Get out here." I was like, "I ain't ready though. My products are not where."
Come on.
She pushed me off that porch and just
and you took off. Remember, she kicked me out. I got kicked out, and she was still in there. But guess what? Who's at her table?
Exactly. So she was still in there. If I got a foot in there, you got two. So. But yeah, like just get started. Cause I know with being in the beauty industry, it's so hard to sell yourself because people think that, skincare is not important, because of their lack of knowledge or their exposure to skincare.
Especially in today's society with it being natural and holistic. People not for that today. They slap a mask on, beat my face, give me a filter, and call it a day. And they don't understand the damages.
Having them really go back and start that skincare journey with me, it really, like, even my clients, they can vouch for me when I say this, but they like, I really love myself more. Like, I don't even wear makeup no more. I don't care about any of that stuff because I'm just you helped me be so comfortable in my skin to where
it's the confidence for me.
Yes. That I feel like I don't need any of that. So,
and I think a lot of people, not all, a lot of people, they put on those masks because they're not comfortable with themselves. And if they were, like, of course they wouldn't. Yeah.
They're not aligned with themselves.
Exactly.
So, for any new esties that are coming up, I would definitely tell you to get started because I'm not going to lie, building your clientele as an esthetician, you're going to need at least a year of consistency. And if you're not willing to put that in and put that work in to build your community, then, you might, I don't know what the turnout is, but I know that this has been tried time and time before. And you have to just be consistent and just get started.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Well, thank you so much for being a guest on my show. I would like to thank, my sponsor, Rodney Boston. He is the producer, media manager, videographer, editor. He's everything. So I'm going to always shout out my producer that makes all of this happen. Thank you so much for being my guest, and see y'all next time on Triple Threat.